What's up, Facebook? Hey, I hope you guys Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I hope you guys having an awesome day. This is Troy McKnight coming at you from Dallas, Texas. I got another special guest. You know how to bring. I like to bring people on from all different walks of life to bring us, different thoughts and different ideas. And today I got Dr. Johannes Christian with us, and he's actually going to share with you guys about what he got going on. He's getting ready to walk 400 miles. I was talking to my friend Dr. Breakthrough, and he was like, man, you got to have him on where he can actually share his story, his journey, and about everything that he's about to do. And I'm so blessed. And it's such a privilege to have him join us today. So you tune into this because it's going to be very impactful, but also it's going to be some information, some real important information to bring awareness to some things that we have going on right now. So Dr. Johannes, take it away.
Hey, thank you so much, Mr. McKnight. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. I'm so glad I have one of my grandsons with me. John Stuckey is here, and he's kind of one of my right arms. I got another young man, Johannes Christian II, and he's walking off with me. Both of them have said, Papa, we're out for the long haul. So tomorrow morning at 7:30, we're going to step off and leave Columbus, Ohio, heading for Washington, D.C. Our goal is to be there by October 30th, and our goal for the day is between 25 and 30 miles a day. We're not running, we're just walking. But the cause is we're doing the Forgiveness, Reconciliation, Uniting America Walk 2021. And a lot of folk know me as the forgiveness doctor, which I happened to get that name by your good friend and my good friend, Dr. Stan Harris, a number of years ago. I was actually driving my car from Peoria, Illinois, back home to Columbus, Ohio. It was in July 2001, and there were three young boys up on top of a bridge that expanded the highway, and they dropped a rock off the bridge. Not just any rock, but an 8 to 10 pound rock.
Wow.
And just before the young man dropped the rock on my car, they had dropped a rock on a car ahead of me, and it swerved and looked like it was going to crash. And the young boys up on the bridge told the one who was dropping the rocks, come on, let's get out of here, because you're going to have the cops here, and or you're going to kill somebody if you drop another rock. And the young man, his name was Jacob McNary, he turned to his friends and said, you don't get it. That's why I'm up here. Wow. I want to kill somebody. And then a few minutes later, my car came down the road. He dropped a rock. It came 100-some feet down from above. And the only thing it did was go through the windshield of my car. And that rock smashed me dead head on, smashed every bone in my face. I lost my eyes, my nose, my mouth was all jagged, and all the bones in my face were crushed to like sawdust. So what you see this afternoon is the result of 40 surgeries, reconstructive surgeries, where they put my face back together using all kinds of medical devices. And the only thing that I have left was that they couldn't repair my eyes. And so what you see today are just prosthetic eyes, just pieces of plastic that sit there to make it look like I have eyes. But the good news is I'm still here. And I told the plastic surgeon, I'll just be brief, but I told him make me look like Denzel Washington. And I have it on good authority because I can't see myself. But many people have said I look even better than Denzel. So somebody can give him a call, tell him I'll be his double next time he wants me in a movie.
Yeah. That's so powerful, Dr. Christian. And the reason why I say it's so powerful is that you forgave the young man who did that.
Yes.
From yours.
Yes. There's a program here in Ohio for people that are in prison, and it's called Victim Offender Dialogue. And I was able to share that program with my offender, and we worked with counselors and with and social workers for somewhere between 6 months to a year to make us ready to be able to meet in person And at the end of that sessions, I was able to visit Jacob at the Madison Correctional Facility. We went behind bars, sat in a conference room where we talked for over 6 hours. I think we did 3 hours in the morning, we took a break, and then another 3 hours. And I was able to share with him who I really was. And I was able to tell him from my lips to his ears, not just on paper, but I was able to tell him that I forgave him and I wanted him to move on with his life. And a lot of people ask me, how could you do that? Be with someone who was trying to kill you and then tell him that you forgive him. But I believe that that was what the Almighty really expects of us. I look at how the Almighty has treated me, and I was 50 at the time when I got hit, and I had not always been the perfect angel, even though I'd been a preacher for 20 years at that time, from 20 to 50, I guess that's 30 years. Huh?
Yeah.
That had been a preacher, but still there were many things that God had to forgive me for, and grace and mercy, is His specialty. He gives us new grace and mercy every morning, and but when I was recuperating, I could hear in my mind the scriptures that I had learned as a child. And one of them was, "Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as uh, we forgive those who trespass against us." And that kept going over and over in my mind while I was recuperating. And I believe God was helping me to get the message that I was supposed to forgive this young man and help him to learn how to forgive himself. And so
That's
that was the beginning of my journey as the forgiveness doctor.
That's powerful, Dr. Christian. I mean, it really is. And I'm a believer too. So it was God. It was only God that was speaking that into you. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
and I'm really, excited about what you have going on with this walk, and what brought that among, for you to decide to do this. I mean, 400 miles, that's a lot of miles.
Well, this is actually not my first walk. This will be my third walk, first long walk. When we first started as a project for our church, I used to go around telling, doing little seminars on bullying and trying to help young kids who had been bullied and try to speak life into them and show them how they could make themselves strong enough not to have to give in to people that were bullying them. And we used to do little walks from like the Capitol to one of the parks. And one year we walked around the track at the park just to kind of bring an awareness to people in our community about the idea of forgiveness. And then we got bold and we walked from Columbus to Cleveland, which is almost 200 miles. And then we walked from Cincinnati to Columbus, and that was another long walk. And at the end of that walk, I was kind of toying with the idea of what I'd do next, and thought maybe I'd walk to Washington. And about 6 months ago, a year ago, when we started the COVID, and things were kind of heating up in our country, and I didn't like what I was really seeing. Didn't like how people weren't getting along with each other. Didn't like how people were trying to bully each other around and think they were better than one another. And I thought that maybe it was time to do a walk that I would call Forgiveness, Reconciliation, Uniting America.
That's
And that kept ringing in my soul. And I began to put together a team 6 months ago to plan this walk, to help to bring awareness to the idea of forgiveness and to raise the conversation about forgiveness in individual lives, in our community, as well as in our country.
I mean, that's powerful with inside itself. And as you looking at this, whoever's out there checking it out, make sure you follow him on Facebook and actually check out his website. It's right here on the screen. Write that down. Go check out his website. Read everything you can about Dr. Christian. I mean, he's really here and trying to inspire people to actually bring us all together because we are divided. And I mean, that's powerful with inside itself. A lot of my audience, Dr. Christian, they are like entrepreneurs. They actually in the home business space. Some of them own traditional business, and some people are just trying to move up and survive in corporate America if that's what they choose to do, right? So,
Right.
how could they support you if it's some kind of way they can support you or support your walk? I mean, 400 miles. That's a long way.
Well, Brother McKnight, I'm so glad you asked. Most of all, what I'm raising in this fundraiser effort will go to two different nonprofit agencies. One is the Mobile Center for Independent Living here in the city of Columbus, and I happen to be the executive director for them. And then the other is for the Face of Forgiveness Foundation, which is also a 501c3. And that will continue to help us to be able to go into schools and to go to youth centers and to talk about bullying and to talk about not bullying and to help to inspire young kids to be able to affirm themselves as to who they are. So that's what I'm raising the money for. But you can go to my website, faceupforgiveness.org, and there's plenty of opportunities on my site. You can be a donor, a one-time donor, or you can donate monthly. You can support us by, we have t-shirts that we're selling for this forgiveness walk, and we have mugs. John, bring me one of those mugs. I might show them. We have mugs that we also are selling that are about the walk. It has a logo for the Face of Forgiveness on it. And so we'll be selling those. You can order one of those online. And then, Mr. McKnight, I hope you'll be able to be there. But on that last day of the walk, we're going to meet at the Lincoln Park in Washington, D.C., right at the Harriet McLeod Bethune Monument. And we're going to walk from there to the Martin Luther King Monument 3 miles away. And I'm encouraging people to buy a t-shirt and wear the t-shirt when they get there. And then that night, we'll have a rally at 10 o'clock at the Martin Luther King Monument. And then that night at 6 p.m., we'll be at the St. Thomas Indian Orthodox Church in Silver Springs, Maryland, for a black tie and red carpet event. We want to blow the doors out celebrating this opportunity to unite America. So I hope that folk will be there. You can get your ticket right online, right on my website. It's just $40 to be at the banquet, $20 if you're bringing a child with you. But love for you to come and celebrate with us. Good food, good appetite, we're just going to really be celebrating the goodness of God and helping us to unite America. I do have a cup here. I don't know if I got it right. Have I got it right? All right. And Troy, I'd like to send one of these out to you, buddy.
Okay. Most definitely. I'll make sure you get my address.
All righty. When you give me the address, we'll make sure we get it sent out to you. But that's how folks can support us. They can go to PayPal. We just put up on the website a link for Cash App. And then I believe that you can just donate directly. I'm not sure of all the fancy ways you can do it, but go to my website. It'll show you how you can give your money. And Mr. McKnight, I've been so awed at the number of $100 donors I've had. Even your friend, Dr. Breakthrough, he sent me $100 and then called all his friends and told them to send $100. We've got a goal of $100,000 to go between these two agencies. And I hope that you'll help me to raise that.
That's powerful. I mean, it's powerful with inside itself. See, I just called Dr. Breakthrough on Monday. We always stay in touch. He was out at one of our favorite places eating lunch. He sent me a picture and I gave him a call and he told me, he said, you got to meet Dr. Christian. I mean, you got to. He's like, you got to have him on a Facebook Live. And he started telling me a little bit about you. And I was like, absolutely, we must do this. And he told me, you got to do it before Friday because he started his walk on Friday.
I do. Yeah, Friday morning at 6:30, we're going to gather here in Columbus at a VFW right on Main and Wagner Road. And then we're going to be there for about an hour, chopping it up with some donuts and coffee. And some of the news media said that they're going to be there to cover me walking off. And actually, when you called, I was talking with our local newspaper, the Columbus Dispatch, because they're supposed to be there with our camera people. And I don't know, we may have to ring you up and get you back on live on Friday morning.
Let's do it.
Tomorrow morning, 6:30, we're going to gather. And by 7:30, I'm going to be putting my bottle of water in my little knapsack and I'm taking off.
Wow. And we're gonna get ready and wrap this up, Dr. Christian. But this is what I want to say. You guys see his website right there. Make sure you go to his website. You know, they doing something. I mean, he is doing something that's really big for a big cause. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking at this and you heard Dr. Christian's story, he could have gave up a long time ago. You know, a lot of us, you know, in life, we have excuses. You know, different things happen, different situations happen, and we just give up. But if you truly, like me, and you're a believer like Dr. Christian, and you believe in God and everything happened for a reason, see, everything happened for a reason. And if you got the extra excuses, if you going after your dreams and goals with everything you got to go out of it. Situations and things are going to happen. They are. I mean, they happen to all of us. And when them things happen, that's when God challenged us to become great, you know, to become the person he wanted us to be. Just like Dr. Christian getting ready to do this 400-mile walk to bring awareness and, you know, unite America. And I know it's going to work. I just truly do, because I believe in faith, and I have faith, and I believe in God more than anything in the world. And like I said, I knew some of you looking at this are actually going to go to his website. You're going to get some donations and stuff, and you're going to watch him off as he walk this 400-mile walk. And some of you looking at this, because I got friends that's in Washington, I got friends that's in Columbus. Some of you guys are actually going to get to actually see this live and participate. And some of you might even show up where he's walking, taking off tomorrow. And with that, Dr. Christian, I want to thank you for your time. And I want to, you know, man, I want to wish you the best of luck. And we'll talk soon. And with that, whoever looking at this, God bless. And you guys have an awesome Thursday. That's it.